It is Therapy Thursday time, one of our favorite times of the week, where we get to answer your questions in a quick 60-second session. Dr. Davi is here reporting for duty.
Yeah.
Meredith, the MDZ, is ready for all your questions. Oh, and by the way, if you didn't know, we videotape all of these Therapy Thursdays. Every single Thursday, we put it on wild941.com. It's on our Instagram as well, at Orlando and the Freak Show. So if you want to see Therapy Thursday on video, we got you covered.
You can catch up in case you have to step out of the car.
There you go. Catch up. 888-429-0941. We have a no name on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, first-time caller.
Hey, first-time caller, first-time caller. Welcome to the Freak Show and welcome to Therapy Thursday. You can ask myself or Meredith, who do you want to choose?
I'm going to speak to Meredith.
She is a wise, wise woman. Okay, what you got?
Woman to woman. Okay, so I'm 32, and I'm dating a guy who's 27. We met through a business type of relationship and kind of just fell into a connection. We spend a lot of time together. We do a lot of, bounce a lot of business ideas off of each other. We have nonprofits, so on Giving Tuesday, we decided to tag a radio station, and I ended up getting, for both of our businesses separately. So I ended up getting a shout-out on the radio, and he did not, and he was really upset with me, and I haven't heard from him in 2 days.
Oh!
Wait a minute. Legit? Like, he's upset that he didn't get a shout-out? It's not personal. This is for his business?
For their nonprofit.
This is for,
I'm just
right,
clarifying.
And you said what?
I'm just making sure it was not just for him, it was for the business.
Right, it was for the business. I did mine for my business, and I just happened to be the one who got shouted out for what my business is known for, and he feels like slighted, like I did it to take his sign or
this is petty,
something like that.
And
very.
It's super petty, first of all, and second of all, maybe it has to do with because he is a little bit younger. I mean, I understand there's a 5-year difference between you guys, and maybe that's not that big of a deal. But I mean, I remember being younger and getting jealous and upset over the dumbest things, and obviously this is one of them. By the way, this would concern me as well if he's getting upset about this, because there's going to be other bumps in the road, way more difficult than I didn't get a shout out on the radio. I would be concerned in the future about what you're really the hard times you're about to go through. I mean, what if you get pregnant? I mean, what if something happens, like your ex texts you or something like that, and you didn't do anything? What's really going to go down? So a conversation needs to be had. You don't get upset over this. You can talk about it and be like, man, I wish that happened to me. Or why don't you just call the Freak Show and be like, hey, can you remedy this?
Yeah, and as somebody who professionally does shout-outs on the radio, it's on my resume and everything. But we'll get, Fridays are a perfect example. During the Wild Booty Mix, we give shout-outs for a good 20, 25, 30 minutes straight. We probably end up giving 30, 40 shout-outs and probably have, without exaggerating, 10 to 15,000 people that text us looking for shout-outs.
Right.
So he just needs to realize you got lucky. It was not him, you trying to slight him, or you're trying to make it bigger. That he is being very childish. And just to echo what Meredith said, I think it is a little concerning.
Yeah.
It's somebody that y'all trying to bounce business ideas off of and kind of go to a bigger goal.
A level.
And you get mad about a shout-out?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah. You need to have a conversation for sure.
Thank you for hitting us up. I appreciate it. I hope that helped.
Text us tomorrow. Maybe both of you can get shout-outs
there
for
you
Booty
go.
Mix.
All right, 888-429-0941. That's our number. We have Amy on the line. Good morning, Amy.
Good morning.
So, you know how Therapy Thursday works?
Actually, I do not.
Oh, perfect.
I'm going into work late, so this is the first time I've heard this.
Oh, you're going in late? Okay, that's fine. So we don't want to hold you up too much. So basically, tell us your problem, and we'll give you a brilliant solution.
You must be asking Davi, right?
Okay, guys. So my daughter is going to be 14 next week, and I do allow her to have a TikTok. She's had it now for probably a year, and I just recently made an account, and I follow her, and she follows me back.
Cool.
And I do, watch her videos, and they're all very appropriate. But I the other night went through her phone. I've never gone through her phone before because I felt like I've never had a reason to.
Mm-hmm.
She's a good student. She's a National Honor Junior Society. She's good grades. She's not
What'd she do?
Yeah, what'd she do?
So what made me check her phone was I heard it go off, and I was like, oh, it's kind of late. So I grabbed her phone, I checked it, she had a TikTok notification. I went on there, and it was like a boy, like, messaging her, and when I looked at it, they'd been having a conversation for like a month back and forth, and they like tell each other they love each other, and oh my God, what would I do without you, and just
it caught you off guard.
So
a virtual relationship.
And not only that, is this boy lives in Fresno, California.
Okay.
Well, listen, a lot of young love starts that way. You need to have a conversation with her, first of all. You don't want her to send any inappropriate photos.
Meredith, before you give her your long-form answer, let me ask you this. Have you brought it up to her yet? Does she know that you checked?
So I didn't sleep like that whole night because I looked at other messages and like, I guess boys from her school, like they all just message each other. But some of the messages that like the boys messaged her were just very inappropriate.
Of course.
And I was like, wait a minute. Do they already like start talking like this inappropriate
at
right
14?
Now? Like,
Yes. At 14. Okay, Meredith, you're a mom. You will be going through things like this.
Her.
You did approach her.
I did approach her because I couldn't sleep that night until the next day. She was leaving for school, and she's like, Mom, I can't find my phone. I was like, listen, I'm just going to keep it for the day. Like, you're off your phone. I'll talk to you when you get home from school.
Okay. All right, Meredith.
And
what
then
do you
we
have
had the conversation that evening.
Okay. All right. Here's now it's time for your advice. Meredith, what would you have to say to this concerned mother?
This is why you need to stay on top of your kids' socials, okay? Because a lot goes down in the DMs. And I know your daughter is bright, has a great future going, but listen, it's right there. The DMs, the kids talk. Yep. The boys will try to get nudes. The girls will send it. By the way, if you're underage, then you are sending child pornography. It may seem like a cute little thing to do, but this can go too far, too fast, and left, and you won't have any type of control on top of it. So definitely talking to her. You need to keep an open conversation constantly about Instagram and TikTok and talking to boys online, and I don't want to see you talking about this and that or getting too sexual, and you better not talk to this person because all they ever want is like nudes from you. I'm serious, because 14, almost 15 years old, that's exactly where it's leading to.
One thing I will say, I know Meredith is talking about the nudes and all that. I'll say that at least you have to give your daughter credit, because you said that she wasn't saying and doing inappropriate things. You said everything was kind of above board. So maybe I think you've probably done a really good job in letting her know what not to send. Don't show this kind of stuff off. I think you honestly kind of maybe bit a bullet, and it's not the worst thing that homie lives in California and isn't in her science class. So that kind of helps. But I just this is what 14-year-olds do.
This is what they do.
This is what they're gonna do. Monitor it, but I don't think this is cause for sleepless nights and to like take her phone. I think what you saw from her communication was appropriate. She can't control what other people are sending her, but everything that she said wasn't crazy. I think she should kind of get applauded for that, if nothing else. All right, Amy? Yeah. Now get to work. Yeah. I know you're late.
Davi, I got one for you. Okay. I have a girl that's been my best friend for over 20 years, and she's also my roommate. But now she wants to be with me. Would you cross that line?
Best friend for 20 years, roommate. If you're both single, I don't see why not. Honestly, you know her better than anybody. If that's your best friend for 20 years, there's probably not going to be very many surprises. Usually the surprises come when you move in with somebody, but she's your roommate too, so you kind of know what to expect. So if you have feelings for her and she has feelings for you, I think best friends can be a fantastic couple. That's what people always say. He's not just my man, he's my best friend.
Okay, Davi, you know what's going to happen if this doesn't work out.
What's going to happen?
You have to be ready. The relationship is flushed down the toilet. It's done.
Well,
for most people.
For most people.
Are you willing to risk that?
I think you could be.
He said she wants to be with me. He didn't say we won't be together.
But he didn't say he doesn't want to or that he thinks this is a bad idea.
I'm just telling you what the text is.
Right. I think that best friends first can become a great relationship.
For sure. Be ready for it to go down the bad way.
20 years you guys have known each other. You probably know each other's intimate secrets and, everything about that person. Your roommates already. Why not?
Don't do it unless you want a real relationship. Davi just wants you to smash.
Yeah, no. Absolutely a real relationship. Definitely not just a hookup thing. You can hook up with anybody. But if you're going to do this, I think be prepared to get married.
Oh,
that's all I'm saying.
Whoa, that's a lot for a man
because
to hear.
if you've been with her like emotionally and friendship wise for 20 years, and then you're already living together, if you move, it's going to happen fast.
And now you're living with the person you're sleeping with that you just started dating.
I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with it. Okay, Therapy Thursday is a Riz app. It will be on our Instagram in a couple hours at Orlando and the Freak Show, and the whole thing will be on wild941.com.